We've come to Bosnia and Herzegovina. You can see the flag waving right there. That's a new country, and that means a new hunt for Spomeniks, the monuments of this country. Right next to this space age looking mosque, I found one. It's up here on the hill. Interesting looking. It's like a stone being cracked open, and inside you can see some little windows, I guess, and there's markings around the stone as well. See some figures, human figures, cartwheels. I think maybe the 3 holes there down the middle represent 3 different religions, perhaps. I'll have a closer look. Let's have a look around. More, I guess, bronze or metal here on the side, and on the back the same kind of burst effect with bronze coming through the cracks. More figures, more human figures everywhere on this great concrete Spomenik just north of Sarajevo. This must be the absolute height of the Bosnian Spomenik building, the monument to the revolution, the Spomenik Sloboda, Freedom Monument. And it's not just this tower, the entire hilltop is turned into a landscape of concrete. There's a little museum with remnants from the war. A few of them stalled outside. Let's have a look. There's this captured German anti-tank weapon. Here you can see the inscription. M38 PAK Panzerabwehrkanone, anti-tank gun, 50mm shells. This is how you would find your target. This is your aiming reticle iron sights. You can adjust the distance here. You can see the iron sights move a bit. If I rotate this knob, then I can set the gun with this. This doesn't work anymore. And then cover your ears to fire. This to me looks like an American wheeled armored vehicle with a, I think, a 37mm gun. It's an open turret design. You can see the turret doesn't move anymore. The gun is still mobile, so I can aim up or down, not right or left. Down here you can store some shells ready to use. There's more down there if you run out. Here in this snowy park in the mountains of Bosnia once stood a monument, a Spomenik, but not anymore. Now it's only a skeleton. So let's look what a concrete monstrosity Spomenik looks like on the inside when it's dead. I wonder what it looked like when it was complete. It must have been beautiful, because look at these surroundings. This is absolutely amazing. What a great view over the mountains you have from here. And it gives this skeleton a very weird vibe to it. Reinforced concrete rebar sticking out of it in every direction. You can see what must have been part of the outer layer of it lying on the ground around. Here you can see it had markings. Whether this was graffiti or part of the design, I don't know. And I wonder why it was destroyed. Was it a political reason? Something to do with the war perhaps? I have to look it up. I'm not quite sure about this one. I bet there's an interesting story behind it. Why it got to the way it is today. An interesting one here in the town of Bosna in Bosnia. What's in the name? Some stones lying around that looks like hieroglyphs on them. Some more hieroglyphs over here. German helmet, bow and arrow, and a broken clover. I wonder what the symbolism of that is. It's very dark out here. I'm in the middle of a Bosnian cornfield. How did I get here? Well, this was the site of a massacre by the fascists of 700 partisans. And right here you can see it commemorated. Let's get closer so you can see. See these statues of owls sitting in the field watching. I think they're owls. They look like owls to me. They definitely have poking eyes. It's a very scary location, especially if you know the history. There's another one. This is really a prime horror film location. Middle of a cornfield, peering statues gazing at you. Might also be a face. It's an owl or a face, I'm not quite sure. There's one laying down over here. It's broken. Ooh, spooky, spooky, spooky. If I hear one wrong movement in the cornfields, I'm running out of here. That I can tell you. Let's not anger the fallen here. Treat them with respect, or they will definitely come after me. Bye bye, peering faces. May you rest in peace in this cornfield. In Mostar, city known for the bridge, here in the center I found this memorial fountain. And in kind of a sad irony, a memorial to one war has been damaged by another. Outside the idyllic city center, Mostar looks very much like a typical Yugo city. Long avenues, low-rise grey apartment blocks, and gateways leading into small green courtyards between the blocks. And nearby here I should find another monument to the Second World War. Let's see. There it is, the Mostar Partisan Memorial Cemetery. Let's have a look inside. Go through the gates here. It's a very vertical looking place. You can go straight or up the stairs, and in the distance you can see it goes all the way up the hillside. You can see the stony paths leading all the way up the hill, weaving to the green. Wow, I just got to the top. And there's this entire display of all kinds of textured stone. It's all the same color with different textures. What an interesting place to look at. If it reminds me of anything, it's of a giant chandelier with 1 million burning candles. And that's very fitting for this place, the Memorial Cemetery of the Partisans. It's a bit like you're playing a role-playing game on the computer and you're in one of the later game dungeons, trying to face the final boss, except there's blue sky above in this one. Here at the very top of the monument is this giant abstract concrete piece. Very beautiful, but it's not the most beautiful thing here. The honor goes to the view over the city of Mostar with the snowy peaks in the background. What a view. If only the dead You can still see. I'm on the way to the last Spomenik I will visit in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm excited. One, because it's fun to drive in these conditions, exciting. And for another, I know the snow is going to make it look amazing. Well, there it is. The monument to the Battle of Sutjeska that raged around here in these hills and these mountains. It's not snowy, but the mist makes it look very cool. Well, here it is. And let me tell you, up close, it looks a lot more massive than it did from down below in the valley. It was a bigger walk up than I expected as well. But it looks amazing. Two big concrete blocks with a lot of abstract shapes going on. Have a lot of movement in them, even though they are solid blocks of stone. Impressive commemoration of the battle that raged here. Very cool. And what an amazing view it gives from this side as well, with the misty mountains behind as a backdrop. Wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna slowly walk back down the hill, back to the warmth of the car, dry off a bit. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did enjoy visiting all these monuments. If you did enjoy it, there's a video every Sunday, including next one. See you then!